No one asked for your opinion.
It's the skin of a killer.
PP to VV, you know? Ooh, I just saw a boob. What's up, it's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. Welcome to episode 4 of Do Your Worst. I'll never not feel cringy doing that. We'll see how many episodes that lasts for. This is episode 4. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I will link the past 3 Do Your Worst episodes down below where I read my friends' worst books, but specifically friends who I know have opposite tastes as me or disagree with one of my all-time favorite books, etc. So far, I've done these for Kayla from Books and Lala, Gavin from Gavin Reads It All, and Bree from Locked Booktition. This 4th episode is going to feature, you probably see it in the thumbnail, Kitty from Spicy Cat Reads, who has been my friend on BookTube quite a while now, and I love her channel. If you like spooky shit, subscribe. If you like Twilight, subscribe. She is like, I hope she's not offended by this. This is a compliment, I promise. She is like goth incarnate. I just love her style, the way she does her makeup, her hair, her home decor, her outfits, etc. I just love her so much, and she's so freaking funny. She deserves all the love, y'all. Check her out. Her channel will be linked down below. And I am wearing this Magnolia Park t-shirt. That's the Twilight design in honor of Kitty. And on the back, it says, this band tee, what? This is the band tee of a killer, I think is what it says. And it's in the Twilight-y font. Yeah, I just thought this was funny. I actually sent this band merch collection to her and she was like, I don't even listen to the band, but I need it. Magnolia Park is a pop punk band. Ugh, they're just so fucking good. Such a fun band to see live as well. Anyway, this isn't a Magnolia Park video. This is a Spicy Cats Reads video. As y'all saw from the books I chose in the beginning, I mean, you saw the TBR. Let me explain, okay? Each episode I've done something like kind of fun, kind of challenging. For Kayla, I did the spinner wheel thing. For Gavin, I recreated his photos. And for Bree, I cooked. Badly. Cook is an overstatement. For Kitty, we decided we're gonna buddy read Bewitched because I saw her haul it. I was like, oh, it's on my 12 Recs by 12 Vamps list. So I was like, let me know when you start. And then she was like, do you want to just read it for the vlog? And I was like, yeah, sure, perfect. But I am on crunch time. It's May 15th already, and I still have a few video ideas that I have to work on. So this isn't like my highest priority of this video because it is a long one, but I do definitely want to start it like tonight if possible. If not, then tomorrow for sure. I bought this physically, even though it's on KU, because Tori from Tori Between Pages raved about this book, and it's just a fantasy romance. And then one of my patrons gave me this rec. Now it's going to be an accomplishment if I finish it, when I finish it, to check it off that 12 Recs by 12 Vamps list. My Vamps are my patrons. If you didn't know, Patreon link is down below. We're called The Lair. We're vampire themed, hence Vamps. Anyway, so that's a buddy read. This for sure I want to start and hopefully finish tonight. It is my day off. It's currently Wednesday and it's only 2:45, so I have time to read even just now while waiting for Joey to get home. Paradise Rot by Jenny Haval. All I know about this one is there's a lot of pee involved, and this is a horror. Kitty reads a lot of horror. She also reads a lot of monster romance and some fantasy. I think all of these are like horror or thriller picks. But yeah, I have no idea why she didn't like any of these books. I just know they were 1 or 2 stars. So yes, I'm excited. I bought this just for this video, so I better like it. It also fulfills my Patreon exclusive monthly challenge that I started this month called the Coffin Covers Challenge. Like coffin, like, get it, vamps? Not coughing, like coughing. Coffin Covers Challenge. It's basically inspired by the Buzzwordathon by Kayla, so thank you, Kayla, if you're watching. Instead of titles, it's for covers. Like this month, it's flowers, so you read at least one book this month that has a flower on the cover. And I asked, and the jury said that's a flower. The jury being my Patreon Discord. So that's all I know. I don't know. It's supposedly like weird short horror, one of those. But this is the one that I want to read today because it's only 146 pages, and that is Mosaic by Catherine McCarthy. I have been eyeing this book and I was like, yep, I'm gonna pick that one for this video. And I bought this book on Kindle. I never buy ebooks. I rarely ever buy ebooks. And this was like $4. I never buy ebooks more than 99 cents, especially. So Kitty, this is for you. But this, I just know a couple of my friends actually don't like this book. Like I know Sarah from Wicked Reading also just unhauled this, but I'm intrigued because it's this girl who got recruited or something to take on this stained glass project. And I love an artsy girly, you know what I mean? And I don't know, some creepy shit happens. I love this cover. We're gonna try to get through it in one day. I also have Puzzle House by Duncan Ralston. I guess I can whip it out instead of having Editing Jan insert the picture. This is already an 8-minute clip. What the fuck? This one's a maybe if I have time, because I want to end this vlog by like Sunday max, and it's currently Wednesday. So Puzzle House by Duncan Ralston. I read Womb by Duncan Ralston and it was so fucked up, and I gave it 2 stars, but I still had a good time, if that makes sense. Like I definitely had visceral reactions. I read it for Joey and I's unmuted and unhinged sprints that we do on Patreon. All that info will be in the link down below. But I heard one of my vampies, Tiffany, read this and I believe she liked it. Unless I'm getting that mixed up. I don't know. That's a possibility. I think it's just like an escape room situation. 6 strangers, 6 puzzles, 6 ways to die. And I've never read an escape room thriller horror yet, so. And then lastly, this is a book I've owned for fucking years. The Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutchison. The only thing deterring me from this is the fact that there are no chapters. There are just a bunch of page breaks. I know a bunch of people who love this one and I have a feeling I will too. I own the whole series because one of my subscribers, Natalie, gifted me the rest of them and I bought this one on my own. But this one's about a serial killer called the Collector, and the Butterfly Garden is where he keeps all the women's bodies and he like tattoos butterflies, I think, on them. And that's why it's called the Butterfly Garden. Something like that. So those are the options. I am in the physical reading mood, so I kind of want to start Paradise Rot. Like, should I start Bewitched or should I do Mosaic? Oh my god. Should I do a random generator? No, I shouldn't. I should just, I think I'm gonna start with Paradise Rot. We're just gonna see how far we go. How far. I'm just gonna stop because I've been talking for too long. 10.5 minutes. I hope you enjoy this vlog. Thank you so much, Kitty, for providing me with a list of worst books. She said she does want to do a vlog as well. I keep telling my friends who I do this with, like, it's no pressure, but Kitty does want to make one. It's not gonna go up the same day as mine, like the previous ones. So if I remember, I will link her video down below whenever it is up, but she's in the middle of a readathon right now, so she wants to finish that out first. So maybe like next month, I think, is the deal. We'll see. Either way, subscribe to her. Okay, bye. Enjoy this vlog. Hello. I threw this sweatshirt on because, well, first I was wearing it before I started this video, but also I went out on the balcony and it's actually like, it feels like fall outside. So that's gorgeous. I read a little bit on the bed too. I've just been reading in all corners of my apartment. I'm already 68 pages in to Paradise Rot and I have a strong feeling I can finish this tonight. It's so quick and it's so like fascinating. So before I go into the positives, my only gripe is that well, keep in mind that it's dated. Like, it was published, it says in my copy that it was published in 2009, and then it was translated in 2018. So, with that in mind, there are some lines with just stereotypes. Not harmful ones, really, but stereotypes nonetheless. There's an Asian girl with shiny hair, and two Canadian girls who randomly just mentioned ice hockey. Brits with their milk and their tea. Nothing offensive, really, but I mean, unless you're offended by pee, because there is definitely confirmed a lot of pee talk. Okay, page 4, I think they mentioned urine. I'm keeping a pee count in my annotations. I'm putting pee count, colon, 3. I think right now I'm at 4 or 5 on page 68. This is only 145 pages. Essentially, we're following this girl who is a foreign exchange student at this university. Okay, so she's meeting all these other foreign exchange students, and she needs a place to live that's not a hostel. She finds this ad for a flat share, which made me want to reread The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary, because I love that book. But a flat share with this woman who's like really odd. I don't want to say too much, but the title makes sense now. And just like the descriptions of mouths and food and mouths chewing food, and then just like bodily descriptions. There's a lot of it in here, but for some reason I'm hooked. This might be the first success of this blog, because obviously the objective, I don't remember if I said what the objective is, but the objective of this series is to find some new favorites based on my friends' worst books, friends with opposite tastes, which makes sense, right? The logic is there. Logic is logicking. I don't think this is going to be a favorite of all time, but it could potentially be one of my top horror novellas, just because it's so unsettling for no reason. But yeah, I was falling asleep, so I think I'm going to do some spontaneous Patreon sprints so I can have some accountability, and so I can give them some sprints, because no matter how much I do, I feel like I'm not doing enough. So I have the time and the energy, kind of, so why not? I have now been up for 13 hours, and it's 5:30 p.m. I woke up at 4:30 today and couldn't go back to sleep, and then I went to a coffee shop. I left the house at 5:30 to get to the coffee shop by 6 when it opens, and I was there for like 3 hours, and I closed out another vlog. I filmed a Patreon video today. I finished that, and I'm filming this now. It's been a YouTube heavy day, so might as well just continue. I'm almost done with my coffee. I finished it. Book 1 was a success. Success because I gave it 4 stars. I believe Kitty gave it a 2, I want to say. Maybe even a 1. Like I said, all of these choices are either 1 or 2. Anyway, I finished this during our layer sprints, so that was productive. Before I forget, I'm gonna do a fun fact. I'm gonna do multiple fun facts about apples. I was gonna do it about pee, but I don't want to. But I did count how many times there were scenes that revolve around urine, and my pee count was 12 by the end of the book. 12 different scenes.
I want to see your pee count.
Yes, it was 12. So there's your fun fact about this book. But aside from the pee, there were also a lot of scenes about apples. So we're gonna do fun facts about apples. I didn't know that apples were part of the rose family, but Joey did. So if you didn't know either, there you go. Also, a bushel of apples is approximately 125 apples, and they weigh about 42 pounds. I don't know what that is in the metric system, so sorry. But I didn't know how much a bushel was. I thought it was just like a random amount, you know? Pile of apples. A bag of apples. Bushel. It's like when people ask, how long is a jiffy?
Actually, it is an actual...
I know.
It's like a 100th of a millisecond.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, my actual review. I'm gonna say this is Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson meets Such Pretty Flowers meets Comfort Me with Apples by whoever the fuck, because I hated that book. So I didn't like that aspect of it. If you know, you know. But that's where the apples come in. That's where the symbolism comes in. And that's all I'm gonna say, because I might say too much. There was a lot of sex in this. It wasn't even like graphic sex in terms of like PP to VV, you know? It was more like uncomfortable, because the descriptions of like his tongue in my mouth felt like a Spanish slug, or like we swallowed each other's spit, things like that. It was just like, you know, it just makes you, it just feels icky. So I like that aspect of it, because I was like, I don't know why, but like 5 stars. But no, I'm giving it a 4. There was, ooh, I don't want to read this out loud, but it's on page 134. I was like, huge what the fuck. That could have made this 5 stars. But alas. I didn't really feel connected to any of the characters. I was just intrigued by how far they were going to take things, what was happening between them, why they were so infatuated. Is that the right word? Attracted to each other? They weren't even really attracted. I don't even know. Okay, I'm sure there's like some analysis that I could find, book blog somewhere, but am I going to do that? Probably not tonight, but if I don't stop thinking about it, then maybe I will, like right before bed type of shit, you know? But the stereotypes, they did stop. So that didn't deter from my enjoyment at all, because again, they weren't like offensive or anything. Did you know muff is slang for vulva? I didn't know that. No, but they were talking about chocolate muffins and then they talked about the slang. Anyway, happy book 1 is done. I think I'm still in the horror mood, so I think I'm gonna start Mosaic at some point. But we gotta go to Mama Agaton's house because she bought us food, oh so kindly, as we're eating dinner. But it's okay. At least we have food for tomorrow. We don't have to worry about dinner tomorrow. It'll be fine. It won't be as fresh, but it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna start Mosaic tonight on my Kindle because Bewitched is too intimidating for me right now. I'll probably start it tomorrow. I love finishing books. I haven't had a 5-star since King of Sloth though. I'm losing my goddamn mind. Hi, I have some updates. So first things first, I'm the realist. I forgot to say what I usually say in these episodes, which is why I chose Kitty as a featured friend. So like y'all don't even know why like, she's a valid choice. She's awesome. That's why. But also she hated Mayfly. Okay, she gave it I think 2 stars, and y'all know that was my number 2 of 2023. So that's why I'm also reading a lot of weird horror choices, because Mayfly is definitely a weird horror, to me at least. So maybe we like disagree on a lot of weird horror. She also reads a ton of monster romance, like I said yesterday, and a lot of monster romances I really don't vibe with. Like I cannot fathom ever reading Ice Planet Barbarians, and she's like obsessed. No judgment, I just wouldn't read it unless, I guess you could pay me to read it. You know when they say like, you can't pay me to read this book. I think you could pay me to read IPB, but I wouldn't be happy doing it, but who knows, who knows. Anyway, she also, wait, I wrote this down somewhere. Let me take y'all with me, because I think I wrote it on my planner. Ow, my feet hurt. Everything hurts, I gotta take my old lady meds. They literally feel like they're bleeding though. Are my shoes okay? Ow, they like folded. There's like lines on it. It's like my skin folded. Ew. Literally I have a little sticky note that says, tell vlog why I chose Kitty. Oh, she also hated Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison, which is also 5 stars for me. She gave it 2 stars. Oh, she also reads a lot of sci-fi, which I do not. She hated Stolen Tongues. She gave it 1 star, or no, 1 or 2 stars. She gets bored really easily with things I find fascinating. She has different standards than me, which is high praise to her. But she also loved Fourth Wing, so I might have just...
Oh god, yeah, you guys are completely opposite.
No, we agreed on Horrid, Dracula, and most Eric LaRocca. And that's just a brief scroll through her Goodreads.
She hated Stolen Tongues.
And I can see why. I mean, the ending sucked ass.
I remember the ending.
Yeah, exactly. It was forgettable as shit.
It was creepy.
It was creepy. Second update, we've decided we're not gonna buddy read Bewitched anymore. Instead, I think I'm definitely going to, well, 2 things. Instead, I'm definitely gonna try my best to get to the Butterfly Garden instead, which I'm scared about because it doesn't have chapters, but I've had it for so long, I just need to read it. I just need to at least start that series, okay, because I own the whole thing. I'm also gonna watch Twilight instead. We are gonna watch Twilight. Joey agreed to it. Joey agreed to his reactions being recorded, because when was the last time you watched it?
When it came out.
Oh, really? Okay.
I didn't see it in theaters, but my sister, my mom loved it. I don't even know if I've seen the whole thing. I just remember the baseball scene.
Oh, beautiful.
And,
okay.
And the scene when they're in the tree.
Okay, beautiful. Last time I watched Twilight was 2021 with some guy I was seeing for like 2 weeks.
Who's that?
Don't worry about it. It wasn't you, so we don't talk about
It
him.
wasn't me.
We watched all 4 of them for the first time. I've never watched all 4 of them until that moment. Yeah, that was the last time I watched Twilight, so this should be fun. Kitty like genuinely, like unironically loves Twilight, so I have to. So I figured that's a good trade-off. We'll record some of our reactions. I feel like Joey will have some pretty strong commentary on some things. Hopefully I can catch it on camera. camera.
It's the skin of a killer.
Yeah, but it's not the one that's Where the Hell Have You Been, Loca.
Oh, it's not?
It's not.
Which one is that?
I believe it was New Moon. Don't come for me if I'm wrong.
Where the hell you been, Loca? Or whatever he says.
The reason we're not reading Bewitched anymore is because she is reading her book club pick right now, so priority, right? Which is fine. She's gonna read Bewitched next week, and I need to move the fuck on. All day today, I've been stressing about all the shit that I want to read and need to read, so I need an extra weekend to not be working on this vlog. So I need to end this vlog like tomorrow night. This is a problem because now I'm gonna have like 4 short vlogs that I'm now behind on. 1 long one and 3 short ones actually. Whatever, the consequences of my own actions, it's fine. But yeah, she's gonna still read it and I'm still gonna read it eventually because it's on my 12 Recs by 12 Vamps. I am curious to see if we agree on fantasy romance. I know she liked One Dark Window more than me, and she obviously loved Fourth Wing, and I have a whole rant video, shameless plug, I'll link it down below. I just want to read shorter books. I want to do like a reading goals weekend vlog. I got plans, okay? So we're gonna be starting Twilight as we're eating dinner, and then I'm gonna rough edit eventually because I have a 9-day vlog to edit. It's on Hulu.
Oh, it is?
It's not on Hulu, I lied. But we got it. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, I missed the title screen, sorry. I'm sure y'all have seen it though.
Just bought it off Billy here.
I totally rebuilt the engine.
Cute! Enter Jacob!
I didn't know Anna Kendrick was in this.
He loves Anna Kendrick. He has a crush on her.
Who doesn't?
Do you really?
Oh my god.
Oh, you're still recording?
Word Cohen.
Here we go! Team Edward or Team Jacob? The people want to know.
You know.
Jacob.
So.
I think. I don't know. I don't know enough.
That was very confident for
'Cause-
someone who doesn't know enough.
It's because I like Taylor a lot.
Do you? More than Anna Kendrick?
Yes.
Why did she need to slip on ice? Like there was no reason.
That fall looks so unscripted. She probably really busted her shit and they're like, leave it.
Ice doesn't really
She's
help
not
the
that.
uncoordinated.
She's not that good of an actor.
I think it's just to emphasize her clumsiness. Cause I thought it was gonna be
Couldn't they just
like
have her like trip and make her full out like bust her shit.
her dad had to come help her out. I don't know. It did nothing for the story. He just did the swervy McSwerve swerve.
The drifting.
The drifting after the prom dress scene. I used to think that was so hot, and now it's just dramatic. Any thoughts, comments, concerns?
He's a little dramatic.
Takes
He's
one to
like,
know one.
I should go back there and rip off her heads.
Takes one to know one.
I'm not dramatic.
Here it is. Here it is.
This is what I am. It's like diamonds.
Shine bright like a diamond.
He's like, I can make the whole place.
Say it.
It's the skin of a killer.
That's it. Woo!
He looked like he's about to shit himself.
This is killer Bella.
Where are you going?
I'm a killer.
Believe that?
I'm a killer. I'm a track star. Oh, she just...
She's so tripped. Alright, let's
Spoiler, he's a vampire.
take it easy, big dog.
Invites you in.
He's being a hater again.
That movie's awful.
I liked it.
The acting is so bad.
Yes, the acting is awful, but didn't make me want to read New Moon. Also, yes. Did it make me wish I were a vampire? And did it make me want to move to Washington? Yes, to all of those things.
I did look it up. First of all, I didn't know Forks was a real place. Second, it really is the wettest city in America. It's like its actual title. They get an average of like 10 feet like, per season or some shit. It's like nonstop rain from like April to September, I think it said.
See, I would love to live there, but like my arthritis would not let me.
See, oh God. They need to find a cure for arthritis so we can move there.
Seriously.
Because that would be awesome. I love the rain so much.
Maybe the air is like different over there.
Maybe it's not as humid.
Yeah, so then maybe it's like different air pressure. So
Yeah,
maybe
if it's
I
like
would
humid,
be able to live
then
there.
like yeah, but doesn't humidity cause rain?
But it's the West Coast, so it's like California dry air, huh? That was fun. Now we're gonna watch the entire... No, just kidding. No, I don't think I could watch the entire series again. I'm gonna read New Moon though. That made me want to read New Moon. I still haven't read it. I've only read Twilight twice. I have the white paperbacks. Thank you to a couple friends.
Humidity is 86%. It's probably humid as fuck there too.
That's gross. I did not do any editing, but it's currently 8 o'clock. I usually try to stop editing by 8:30, but that's probably not gonna happen. Probably edit for like an hour and then try to finish Mosaic. Oh, I had an update about Mosaic. Oh, it's over there. Fuck. I'm just gonna insert a picture. No, I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna bring y'all with, actually. Mosaic! We are already, I think, 30% through. I started it this morning. 45 pages in. So I have, I think, like almost exactly 100 pages left of this. Nothing's really happened. There are like eerie vibes. She got the job to design this like stained glass window at this church. She's talking about growing up around religion and blah, 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 blah. Kind of triggering. Yeah, nothing's really happened yet. We'll see how creepy it gets. I'm intrigued. But now I have to edit. That's my update. 30% through. Pretty good. Joey's reading The Quiet Tenant, and he is 213 pages in. I still have to read this. Hi, it's a new day. Now I have a lot to say. So after Twilight, I never updated. But a lot has gone on in my brain since we last spoke. I finished Mosaic. I'm kind of sad that I bought it. I forgot. I finished it and I was so ready to immediately return to Kindle Unlimited, and then I realized I fucking bought it. I'm sad I bought it because I gave it 1 star. This is absolutely an agreement with Kitty. I should have just listened, because Sarah from Wicked Reading also hated this. It was so boring. The scariest part about this book was the sexism from this one woman who just randomly was like, oh, I didn't know a woman would be able to handle the physical labor of restoring the stained window. Bitch, no one asked for your opinion. Where did you even come from? Okay, there was a creepy part, but it was all a dream. And I'm like, you couldn't just roll with that for a little bit, that energy, you know? At the end, it really tried. I can see why it's described as Lovecraftian. Not that I've read anything by H.P. Lovecraft, have I? I don't remember. But I get it. I just don't think it was done well. 75% of the book was talking about preparing for this window project. I have learned too much about the process of stained glassing a window, like more than I ever needed in my life. Like, I didn't need this. Waste of time. Probably the worst book of the month. So then I immediately started Puzzle House by Duncan Ralston. Or no, sorry. I immediately started The Butterfly Garden, but since we're already talking about it. Puzzle House. I am 10% in. I've read 2 POVs so far. It seems like we're gonna get 6 different POVs, which I can get behind if I like each of them. What I like about it, so the first chapter is called The Prisoner, and like that one kind of aligned, right? But the second chapter is called The Widow, but like that's not her whole personality. Like, she is an actress, I think, or a stunt double or something like that. I like that. At first, the first chapter, I was like, I do not feel like reading dude bro horror right now. Like, not in the mood for this voice, not in the mood for man's writing. Like, I just don't, we don't need to be swearing that much in chapter 1. Like, I just was not in the mood for it. But then chapter 2 was okay. So I'll read on and see. It could be fun, or it could just be another dude bro horror, you know? The Butterfly Garden, I read 6 pages. I think this will be really good. I think I'll actually like this. It's just a matter of how much I'm gonna drag ass reading it. Even though it's only 276 pages, I'm scared because there are no chapters. There are only page breaks. I feel like I've said that like 17 times in this video already, but I'm like intrigued. I like the writing so far in those few pages that I've read, but I think I need like graphic novels. I think I'm gonna say fuck the theme. Like, obviously I'm gonna read these books. At least finish one more Do Your Worst book, since it would be my 3rd book. I did 3 books for my Brie vlog, so it'll be fine. But either way, I'm gonna read other books because I can't stop thinking about these. So this is When I Arrived at the Castle by Emily Carroll. It's literally so fucking thin, but it's a sapphic vampire story, and Emily Carroll's graphic novels are something. Ooh, I just saw a boob. Her illustrations in her graphic novels. Ooh, I can't even, I don't want to show that. That might be a spoiler. Oh, but, oh my god. Okay, no, I'm not gonna show that one because that might be like kind of a spoiler, but this one, gorgeous. Hello, the Keyhole? Please. But yeah, I've read Through the Woods and A Guest in the House by Emily Carroll, and I totally forgot this existed until I watched Leah Crompton's vlog reading it, and then I went to Goodreads and it was already on my want to read. So clearly I had it on my radar and I totally just forgot. And then I have Lore Olympus Volume 6, which I definitely want to read today or tomorrow. Jessie, one of my patrons, thank you, thank you, thank you. She got me this and 2 other books and this like little flip a coin thing that says one more chapter on one side and then go to bed on the other side. It was so cute. I totally forgot that Volume 6 was coming out. I don't even remember the release date. She surprised me with it and it was so cute. And the note is so cute. She said, "Sending you love and books. The world might be on fire, but thank you for bringing us vamps joy and community." From Jessie. Please. Please. I'm gonna cry. But yeah, no, truly. I am so grateful and I can't wait to read this. So these 2 are probably the next ones I'm gonna finish, but those are all the updates. We have 1 agreement and 1 disagreement. I feel like Puzzle House I don't know. I don't know why Kitty didn't like it. I feel like I'd like the Butterfly Garden. I just like don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it tomorrow. Because I figured I'd rather just like, instead of starting a new vlog and reading a couple graphic novels, I'd rather just include it in this. I know, like, we're going back on my bullshit and not sticking with the theme. I was good. I was good about sticking with the theme for the past like 2-3 months. I've been good with sticking to my themed vlogs. Oh, I'm also reading Pet by Akweke Emezi via audio, and I'm not vibing with it. I mean, it's Akweke Emezi. Their writing is stunning, but it's just, I don't know if it's because it's young adult or like the whimsy and like all the metaphors. Like, I know the monster, the creature, Pet, is supposed to be like a metaphor for something, and I know there's like darker underlying themes to this book and this series or whatever, but I'm just not, like, my brain is not in the mood to like dig deeper. Like, I just need surface level face value shit right now because I just cannot handle it. But anyway, those are all my updates. I will talk to y'all later. We're gonna go see Strangers Chapter 1 tonight. Hello again. I realized I forgot to say a fun fact for Mosaic. Also, pardon my hair. I don't know what I was going for here. We're gonna do a fun fact about stained glass because obviously for Mosaic. If you were wondering where the term stained glass came from, it comes from the silver stain that is often applied to the side of the glass that faces outside. When the glass is fired, the stain turns a yellowy gold color. Next up, I finished When I Arrived at the Castle. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I really had a good time. There were some illustrations that really shocked me, just like how intimate they were and how detailed. I mean, Emily Carroll, like, all their illustrations are just everything. On the back it says Alice in Wonderland meets Dracula. Checks out. I don't really have a fun fact about this one. I mean, it's a vampire story and another creature as well. Yeah, it was just a fun time. It was all vibes, no plot, really. This other creature just stumbles upon this vampire's lair, vampire's castle, hence the title. They get freaky. I'm gonna keep it brief because that's not part of this video, but I'm gonna proceed to read another book that's not part of this video because I just like can't wait any longer. We just had Chipotle because the theater was packed.
Waiting for a later show.
That's all.
Now we're stuffed. Anyway.
Good afternoon. It's like 85 degrees today. So Joey went to the pool and I laid out for a little bit and read more of Puzzle House. Oh, Strangers was really good last night. I liked it. The girl from Riverdale was in it. It was really stressful though. But we got home at like 10:30 and I think I read a little bit more. I don't know. But I am now halfway through Puzzle House and it's intense. Are escape room thriller horrors like my new thing? Because I have a couple of them. I think I own at least 2 other ones. Reprieve, I think, is an escape room one. And I gotta have at least one more. I can't remember. But anyway, I'm liking it. It's fun. The first 2 kills, I guess, if you want to call it that, 2 deaths, were intense. I was sitting there like, and I told Joey like every step of the thing, I was like, please let me spoil everything for you because I need to squeal about this. I think this is going to be a disagree. If that's the case, I think I'm going to put off The Butterfly Garden for a little bit longer. I'm not in the mood. If I'm being honest with y'all, I really want to read Funny Story by Emily Henry. I'm more in like a lighthearted type of mood. Go ahead. So I want to read like contemporary. I need to read my Full Moon Book Club pick, which is Dragon Fruit. But this is pretty good for like a horror thriller. That's all I have to say. It's fast. I mean, the chapters are pretty long, but it goes by really fast. So happy about that. I'm gonna finish the last half and then I'll probably end this vlog, to be honest, because I want to start a new one where I don't have a theme because this is stressing me out and my brain needs freedom right now. I only read a little bit of Lore Olympus Volume 6, so I'll probably finish that in the vlog after this, but this is gonna determine. I think I'm gonna disagree. I think this experiment has proven that Kitty and I have opposite tastes, but we'll see how it ends. I might go to a coffee shop today. I'm super anxious this morning, so I canceled my plans, and we're gonna try to be unanxious by editing and reading books.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head? Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said.
Sup? I'm here to end the vlog. I know it was a lot of chatting and not much b-roll, but we're here. Oh no, Dorito crumbs. Such a slob. It's like almost midnight and I just finished Puzzle House because I was editing my vlog. Lost another nail, by the way. We've lost 2 soldiers, as Steph from Stephanie Bookish would say. I finished editing at like, I don't even know, 10:15, and then I just read the rest of Puzzle House. I lost like 2.5 hours of reading time because I had my Lair Lounge night tonight and we watched a 2.5-hour movie. We watched Everything Everywhere All at Once and it was so worth it though. Love that movie. A24, unmatched, honestly. That was one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen. So if you're looking for something weird, highly recommend it. The costumes, the makeup, the effects, the acting, everything was great. And Jamie Lee Curtis was in it, surprisingly. Anywho, finished Puzzle House. I'm gonna give it 3 stars, but like a high 3. It was almost a 4. Like the first half was definitely a 4. Either way, it's a disagree with Kitty because I think she gave it 2 stars. Because I know she gave Mosaic 1 star. So I think this one was a 2 star. The second half just got a little bit too reliant on mythology. I like that the mythology was incorporated. There were all these different things like Mayan mythology, like Mayan gods, Mesopotamian gods. Is mythology the right word? Yeah, mythology. There was also a bunch of like historical stuff, like there were hieroglyphs involved in some of these puzzles. But really those first 2 deaths were the most memorable for me. I don't even know how this one person died, to be honest. I also wasn't a fan of it being like an and then there were none retelling again, kind of, with like one character being like, oh, I know why you're here. It's because you did this and this is your consequence and blah, 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 blah. Hated that. Also want to point out that the common denominator in all 3 books that I finished in this vlog for this theme is pee. Paradise Rot is kind of known for like all the pee scenes, and then there was a little scene in Mosaic where someone pissed themselves, and then here, yeah, there was like a good chapter where there were multiple scenes involving pee. So that's interesting. The ending was kind of dumb. I don't know, it lost me towards the end really, and I don't know if it's because I'm just like sleep deprived or I just wanted to end, or and I'm thinking about a bunch of other books because, by the way, I started Funny Story, the coffee shop, and loving it. So I'll be continuing that in my next vlog, but this one will be ending here. Sorry, plans kept changing. I'm really just in the mood to mood read right now. I can't be doing another themed vlog. I think the rest of the month I'm done with themed vlogs. All in all, I disagreed with 2 out of the 3 with Kitty, and Butterfly Garden I have high hopes for just based on a few pages that I read. So honestly, success. Like I said in the beginning, the point of it is to find new favorites based on my friends' worst books because we have opposite tastes, but also even if I find, you know, a 4-star read, that's a success for me. If I disagree more than agree with these books, also a success. And both of those are true because in this vlog I read Paradise Rot, which I gave 4 stars. Mosaic was my agreement with Kitty and I gave it 1 star, and then Puzzle House I gave 3 stars. So thank you so much to Kitty for working with me on this vlog, and don't forget to check hers out. Subscribe to wait for her video. I believe she said she's gonna get it up next month. She's gonna work on it next month, but don't quote me on that. I don't know. I don't want to pressure her for anything. So her channel will be linked down below if you're interested, which you should be because she's incredible. If you made it to the end of this video, you know what? Put the eyeball emoji in honor of Kitty, because if you know her, you know she loves eyeballs. Just like the aesthetic of eyeballs. She has these like cool like eyeball pillows and a bunch of like eyeball decorations on her shelves. So put an eyeball emoji in the comments down below if you made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope y'all had a vampy day. Don't forget to do some self-care, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!